Hi. Happy hump day, everybody. Welcome to a Wednesday edition of Time Out Overtime. This, the one and only Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenal. Pardon me just a second here. Okay. How'd that get on there? I don't know. I'm your host, Rick Arsenal. If you haven't done so yet, please get down in the corner and smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. Remember to tell your friends the next subscriber to my podcast will be the winner. And if you already subscribed, they're going to win. Okay? All right. Pretty decent day out there today. If you want to nitpick, maybe a little bit too warm. But the humidity did go down. All in all, I thought it was a pretty decent day. Pardon me. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time bitching and moaning about the Tigers. Well, we know how bad the bullpen is. I think all you need to know today is with Scooble on the mound and a 7-0 lead in the seventh inning. They lost the game 10-9 in 12 innings, I think. We know how bad the bullpen is. You know, they're done. They're toast. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I don't give a flying or anybody else on this freaking team, for that matter. I really don't care at this point. The mere thought of this team makes me nauseous. It sickens me. Okay? I'm done. I mean, a colleague of mine said he was watching the game at the bar. The guys were in there bitching about it. Well, I'm sorry. And who's President Scott Campbell, the president of baseball operations, is more culpable than anybody else for their current state of affairs, if you will. He's the one that compiled this bullpen, and it sucks big time. It's boy, it's wretched. I can't think of enough words to describe it. It's awful. As I told you before, they don't have a single individual out there that they can rely on. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Boy. I didn't blow a 7-0 lead with Scooble on the mound, huh? But they did. They did. That's it. And like I said, if you're naive enough or gullible enough, I mean, that's your choice. If you want to stick with them as a fan, okay, that's fine. You can do whatever you want to do, folks. But the next 9 games are in the out on the West Coast in Sacramento, Seattle, and San Francisco. And if you're going to stay up late and watch those games, the only thing I can say to you is it sucks to be you. Okay? That's all I have to say to you about that. So much for the Tigers. The rest of the podcast is Lions' first day of practice and what Dan Campbell had to say. And I'll tell you, there were a couple of players that stood out the first day of practice and what he had to say in regard to Branch and Joseph and the secondary. Couple of injury players. We'll cover that. Finish Line Family Restaurant on Carlton Road in Hillsdale, across the street, Maryswick Printing, the best bar and sit-down restaurant in our area. They've been serving our community proudly for the past more than 40 years, closer to 50 years probably. And there's a reason they've been so successful. There's nobody does it better than these guys. It's just the best doggone sit-down restaurant in our area. I don't have a script. This is to me, to me, this is a testimonial. It's a testimonial. And what I'm telling you is from experience. The hours of operation, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. They are open until 8 through Labor Day, which, by the way, comes late this year, September 7th. It can't come any later than September 7th, but it does this year. They're open, as I said, through Labor Day. They're open until 8, Thursday, Friday night. Friday, all you can eat fish. Thursday, classic car drive-in. Award-winning breakfast served all day. Fast, friendly service. I neglected to tell you, Thursday night you can sign up if you're dining in to win a $10 or $20 gift certificate. Fast, friendly service, award-winning breakfast served all day. Great family atmosphere, reasonably priced. It's for in a good old-fashioned sit-down restaurant. When you fuel up from food at the finish line restaurant, you're always going to finish first. And once you've paid your bill and you're headed out there, you're all going to have a big smile on your face for good reason. Okay, so better see you all. We're also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance. Have you got your playbook ready for Medicare? Don't let healthcare costs pinch you. We're calling an audible with Joe Broom at Barrett Insurance to help you navigate Medicare and health insurance. So whether you're aging into Medicare, you're in a special enrollment period, or you're simply losing other coverage, Joe's got the stance and the know-how to help you score the best coverage for your needs. Plus, you get a game plan for retirement healthcare costs. Now, what about businesses? Businesses, don't get sacked. Joe's got group health coverage options for you as well. Okay? Give Joe a call at 517-849-1000 or check him out at www.barrettins.com. That's all one word, 2 R's and 2 T's, barrettins.com. You find them on the corner of US 12 and M99 in downtown Jonesville. That's Joe Rooted Insurance. Pardon me, protecting your dreams. 517-849-1000. Once more, that's barrettins.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. And of course, Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale. 37 Walter Street, 517-610-5372. The only place in our area to go for tech services. Tech services. There is nothing else. Quality PC, 37 Walter Street, downtown Hillsdale. Whatever, Tim Lindley and his staff are more than capable of resolving any tech issues or dilemmas that you may have. Okay. Computers, new or used, flat screen TV mounting, programming, setup. Perhaps you're changing internet providers. You need that installed. Printers, new or used, anything at all. Just get in there and see Tim or one of his staff. And they'll take care of whatever issues you have. Tech services. 37 Walter Street, downtown Hillsdale, 517-610-5372. Or when you get in there, 37 Walter Street, tell them Mickey sent you. Thank you very much. Dan Campbell speaks before the Lions hit the field for the first day of practice. And he went over a number of things, questions. First questions he had were in regard to Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph. As you know, they're both on the PUP list right now, physically unable to perform list. They can come off that list at any time during training camp. Dan Campbell seemed to think that they would both probably start the season on the PUP list, which means they'd miss the first 4 weeks of the regular season, 1 through 4. I thought the way he talks, was encouraging. The depth that they have at safety right now is now. He said they could both return to practice either late August or early September. But the depth that they have at safety now, I think, is adequate. Is it as good as Joseph and Branch? No. But I think it's better than what they had last year. Chuck Clark, CB quarterbacks right now, anyway. He said DJ Reed on one side, on the outside, and Rocky Sin on the other. But don't sleep on Keith Abney, the rookie 5th round rookie quarterback out of Arizona State, and it's Ray Strong, who really hasn't played much his first couple of years here because he's been hurt. He's 100% healthy now. And I'm anxious to see him in the preseason. Okay, first preseason game is 2 weeks from tomorrow, the 13th. At Cincinnati. This doesn't happen very often. First preseason game is August the 13th, and the first regular season game is September the 13th. How often does that happen? Not very often. It was good day weather-wise. Of course, they will put the pads on. They're gonna put the pads on until this weekend. Helmets with cones, you've seen the cones on the helmets and shorts, and then that's about it. Um, Jahmyr Gibbs is a hold-in. You're thinking, what do I mean, a hold out? No, I mean a hold-in. What's the difference? First of all, he's under contract. This is the final year of his contract. What's the problem? What's always the problem? Money. These guys want to get paid. Bijan Robinson is doing the same thing in Atlanta. He's a hold-in. What do I mean by hold-in? They're there, and they're going to all the team meetings, and they're working out. They're just not practicing. If they're doing that, they're a hold-in. Well, what's the difference? If you're holding out, you don't even come. You're not even at that venue. If Jahmyr Gibbs was not at the Micro Performance Center now at Park, he'd be getting fined $50,000 a day because he's there. That's why he and Bijan Robinson are doing the same thing. They're a hold-in. They were both taken in the same draft. Robinson went a couple of picks before Gibbs did. They were the top two running backs taken that year. What was that? Why did I say 4 years ago already? Yeah. Where did the years go anyway? So Jahmyr Gibbs, look, he wasn't going to play much this preseason anyway. Although they're not, keep in mind the Lions aren't having any joint practices this summer during training camp. So I think you'll see the regulars play at least one series in these 3 preseason games anyway. Dan Campbell kind of hinted that he would do that. In fact, he said that last year. I think the majority of quarterback play in the preseason will be, of course, Teddy Bridgewater and the free agent signee out of Illinois, Luke Altmaier. I think those two will get the bulk of the playing time in preseason games. You might see Goff go one series to start the game. Bridgewater might finish the first quarter up, and the other 3 quarters, I think you'll see Luke Altmaier. I think that's what they intend on doing anyway. Standouts in day one of training camp. Jameson Williams had a very good day. Jumping, out leaping defenders for the football. He did that 3 or 4 times at practice today. Jamo he could have a 1,500-yard season this year. You should recall about Jameson Williams, John Morton, the Lions offensive coordinator last year, who started the season as the OC, was getting some criticism for not getting Jamo involved enough in the offense. And finally, he came out in a press conference that the coordinators do once a week, and admittedly said, well, I'll probably have to find a way to get Jamo more involved in the offense. He did say that. It was right after that Dan Campbell assumed the play calling. John Morton remained with the team for the rest of the year, but he's moved on now. Drew Petzing. I look for Drew Petzing to probably meet the press tomorrow or Friday. So the Lions had a pretty good day weather-wise to work outside today. And as I said, they don't put the pads on until this weekend. The other standout was CB, cornerback Nick Whiteside. As you recall, he had that good game last year in the Monday night game at Ford Field against Tampa. And after the game, a reporter dubbed the secondary the Legion of Whom. They had a good night that night. That was Lee McNeil's first game back, and he had a good night that night. But after that, he didn't do a whole lot. But I look for the Lions to have a top 15 defense this year. Why? Because Elaine McNeil and Aiden Hutchinson are a couple of years now removed from their injuries, a broken leg and an ACL. I think those two will be back to their what we have come to know from both of them. This is the second year for Tate Ratledge, the right guard. And Tyleek Williams, who's lost, 50 pounds, defensive tackle. I think DJ Wonnum. On the other end, opposite Hutchinson, I think he and Derek Moore, the rookie edge out of Michigan, will combine for 14 or 15 sacks between the two of them. I think Hutch will have at least 15 sacks. I look for the Lions to have at least 30 sacks this year. If they do, they'll be up at the top. They'll be leading the league, or they'll be close to the top of the league in sacks. The question, of course, still remains the secondary, how soon they can get Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph back. Campbell did say, again, to reiterate, did say that you could see both of them near the end of August or early September. But keep one thing in mind. 6 p.m., Sunday, August 30th at 6 p.m., the Lions have to submit their list of the 53-man roster to the league office in New York. And if both Joseph and Branch are not on that list and they remain on the PUP list when the season starts, they cannot come back until week 5. You got week 5, then you got a bye. Week 6 for the Lions is a bye week. Week 7, they're at home against the Packers. You could see both Branch and Joseph back for that Week 7 game at home against Green Bay. So that's about it for day 1 of Lions practice, and that's about it for me talking here. I will talk to you all again on Friday. I keep forgetting this is already Wednesday. Where did the days go, huh? Thank you so much for watching and listening to me. Remember, Saturday mornings here locally on WCSR 92.1 FM, the Time Out Show with Andy Brown and Jed McNair. Give us a listen if you would, please, from 9 to 10. We appreciate that. And again, as I said, I'll talk to you all again on Friday. So until Friday, then, again, thanks so much for watching and listening. Remember, folks, to please treat each other with respect. And so until Friday, I'll simply bid you all a very pleasant good evening. Again, thanks for watching. So long, everybody. Bye-bye.